Hey guys, welcome back to another stream. We are going to be doing some more development today. We're kind of changing gears a little bit. We're going to be moving into doing a little bit of pull my Trello up. Doing a little bit of this Trello card objective tracking, as well as front end page management there. So guys, I have something a little exciting to share here. Pull this, get this all situated here real fast. Let's see. I need to pull up my chat here. So yeah, I did a little bit of digging today and learning. I learned some WebSockets, which is pretty cool. So I learned about WebSockets and I didn't know anything about them before. And basically WebSockets are just another protocol type that are basically like they're connections that stay open instead of just a single HTTP request. It's a WebSocket that gets switched from an HTTP request, and it turns into a WebSocket that stays open. So think of it as kind of a tunnel that stays open, bidirectional. So you can kind of go back and forth, which is pretty cool actually. And the reason why I came across those is because I was working on getting something going for my stream where I had an idea where I need to keep track of my objectives, but I also want to make sure you guys are able to keep track of my objectives. And to do that, I decided that I thought it would be kind of cool to have my objectives listed right here in the cards on my stream as an overlay, kind of how I have my overlay with my chat down there at the bottom middle. So after digging and playing around, and I'll show you guys exactly what I did, and you guys can kind of see some of the code here. I created this on top of the Digital Dungeon bot mainframe, which we might rename that just Digital Dungeon mainframe. And you can see these changes that I have not committed yet. But more or less, I created this webhook for objectives to pull in things from Trello, and I went ahead and abstracted the Trello key and token, so I don't really want you guys seeing that. But yeah, so more or less, it creates this this webhook is basically what gets hit by Trello whenever something changes. So when something gets moved in and out of this list here, this stream objectives, in fact, yeah, it basically hits this webhook endpoint and performs this stuff right here, which I'm simply performing a simple REST. Hitting this API endpoint that I have set up for objectives. I know it kind of sounds like, why don't you just do it here where I send the data back and set up the WebSockets, but I just figured it'd be a little easier to split it out. So I split it out into the server middleware called objectives.js. We have webhook, I can't speak. Webhook objectives. Yeah, so the trivia game is definitely coming. I kind of got sidetracked a little bit. Yeah, I did drag Trello into it. I like Trello. I was already keeping track of just a simple, keeping track of different tasks and stuff. And I made this. I wanted to show you what I made here. I think it's actually pretty cool. So if I come over to this, and let me go ahead and restart this because there might actually be an error in here. Yeah, I was trying to abstract some of this before I decided to jump on. So I'm actually just gonna comment that out, comment this up here out. Let's take a look here. Let's refresh this here. You'll see what I mean here in a second. It'll come up overlay over the screen in the top left up there, somewhere up in here. Let me see here. Might actually have to hit refresh on my. Oh, there it is. So you can see that little overlay in the top left up there. That is in fact my my Trello list right here. So watch, if I add something to the stream objectives, like this Git repo, which I've already started setting up but haven't done. So as soon as I drop it in, it updates it in that overlay, and that's just a browser source, which just basically just tells people what my objectives are. So I might be working on that a little bit today as well. It's kind of using the same idea that the trivia game is. You can kind of see that I'm kind of making this into kind of a robust streaming tool. Well, not robust. It's a very lightweight streaming tool at this point. But yeah, you can see right here with the WebSockets. I gotta say, I learned so much about WebSockets today. It's really awesome. I was really happy with how much I learned about it, because I think I'm going to use them in the future for a lot of other things. Speaking of, let's see. I'm going to update my title real fast to say something about streaming tools instead of... Yeah, there we go. But anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna kind of work my way through that a little bit. This WebSocket, basically I'm setting up at port 3001 because my other one is running on port 3000. And the thing about Nuxt that I discovered as I was working through this is that Nuxt has its own WebSockets implementation, and it's specifically with content. So that's how it's able to supply real-time content, which is pretty cool. For example, if I come over here, and you can see this is literally just the browser source that I'm outputting, which is, yeah. And I probably need to get rid of that, the JSON object real fast here. There we go. JSON output. There we go. Now it's not kind of screwing with it. Yeah, I'm still eating the Warheads. I took a break yesterday, but I still got them right here. I backed it off to 1 Warhead per follow, so hopefully we don't go overboard this time. I gotta say my mouth was just shredded. Like my cheeks are just like they're right now they're still in tatters, but at least I have feeling back on them. Yesterday it just felt like there was chalk in my mouth, and no amount of brushing my teeth or mouthwash or just anything, water or whatever, can make it go away. It was pretty disgusting. So I'm gonna back off to a single Warhead for every follow. Hopefully that's not a terrible idea, and hopefully I don't get more than like 10 follows in a session, because that would be rough. And actually, I'm not even drinking coffee today. I'm drinking some lavender chamomile tea to kind of help balance out the acidity that went through my mouth. Anyway, so yeah, so I have these, and you can kind of see as I'm just gonna update this on the side here. But as I add things to it, it automatically updates, and you can kind of see I'm just using it as a browser source in the browser over there. So let's go ahead and back these off just so we got that. Probably something else I need to do here, now that I'm thinking about it, is nobody's gonna really know what... Oh, why do I have 2 nested divs of objectives? Okay. I think what I was trying to do here was let's just call this container. And let's call this one container, because I want that to be full width. And then here in objectives, oh, yeah, that moved it over. I don't know if that's exactly... Oh, because container is a reserved word for a reserved class for Bulma. Right. I'm gonna kind of expand this chat so I can see a little easier for chat. Okay. So more or less, I think, let's see, let's just call it window, maybe. It's literally just, you can kind of see right here, it's literally just a blank window. And if I look at, let's see, I'm using a blank layout here that I'm going to output all of my browser sources onto. Literally just calling it blank layout. I don't really need this data right now, but and you can see I'm just literally just putting the HTML as transparent in the background. That way I can just kind of overlay it over top of my stream there up in the corner. But it occurred to me that I think people coming into the stream are probably not going to know what that is. I'm just going to put like a H1 up here saying stream objectives or something like that. And then that made that there. So let's go ahead and center this up maybe. Really need to fix that. So it has text center. Hopefully that won't center across the entire. I think it's going to. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. It would be nice to center it across the these things, but I'd have to restructure this differently. And I just want to keep it simple right now. So let's just do title. As back. Let's just leave it at that for now, and then we'll come down here. It should make it pretty big there. Come down here and put a class for dot title. We will add a background. Not the class, but and we're just gonna actually go ahead and pull in this same styling here. Let's go ahead and just set a sass variable real fast. Yeah, I think it's this way. It's been a while since I've done sass variables. And we'll set this to that. I think it's actually the other way. I think it's just a property. Yeah, there we go. And then if I set it to $background, that should trigger it. Have a background of that. Yep. And that goes all the way across the stream, which I will fix in a second. Mainly because what? Oh. Have semicolons. Okay, so and then we also want to make this color white. Oh. Oh yeah. Man, I'm dropping all my semicolons today. Honestly, at this point, I'm wondering if we should just do a and li, and that way we can throw the background up on there, throw the color up on there, and actually the color, yeah. So I can get rid of those. We also want to pull these up, and this, and this, and this, and this. So we want basically all of that up there. So I really should have just added the titles to those LIs. Okay, so there's that. We might bump the size down on that a little bit. So we'll do a say 4. We want it to stand out, and we also want to center it up. I think it's has text centered. Yeah, there we go. And we'll make it uppercase, just to denote what it is. I don't know if I like that though. Maybe we just need to bump the size down just a little more. I don't have any actual design for this necessarily. And maybe we should change the color slightly. Nah. It look okay? All right. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. Yeah. It looks okay. I'm not sold on maybe what we'll do. It's good enough for now. I don't want to spend a ton of time working on it, because the next thing that I wanted to do was work my way through apologize, my screen is kind of off centered there. Yeah. Next thing I wanted to do was add labels, but in order to do that, we actually have to pass it in. And this is where I was actually getting hung up, was that in the server middleware, I was importing this get Trello list. So this is where the problem was running into. And I am locally serving this right now, so it's all going through ngrok. A nice handy little testing bit of stuff for local. Basically runs like a local server with a public facing URL. Let's see. So, problem that I was running into earlier, and it's actually going to probably screw up my stream a little bit. So what I'm actually going to do while I'm developing this actively is I'm going to turn it off since I don't have a separate instance. So hang tight, guys. Let's see, and then we'll just turn that off. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is where I was running into some issues. It can't find the module utilities. And why is that? It should just be streaming. Yeah, that should just be straight up from there. I don't know why that's not working. Am I importing it wrong? I mean, maybe because it's a server side bit of software? I don't know. Is that, do you think that might be get Trello list? Let's just double check utilities here. I do have a get Trello list. Let me just copy that just to be sure. Yeah, that should have triggered just fine. Okay. I was hoping to just easily like put these all in one place to clean up my code a little bit, but honestly, I just really need to be doing a get here. Not really a get, but a I think my daughter's acting like a dog in the background. So let's see. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's not importing. So it should be importing directly from utilities, unless this is being built somewhere else. And it's not. Let's see if I can use an @. We'll take a look at the next config. Whoops. It should just be, I should just be able to grab it. I'm going to close the CNV file so you guys don't see all my secrets. Secrets. All right. I really don't understand why. Let's see. Importing. It's just a utility file, like a utility functions file. I probably should just rename it to index.js so that I can just pull that in. Let's backtrack here. Here, we're just gonna do that. And over here, we're just gonna pull in, actually, it's over here. Let's try that. See if that's still throwing an error here. Restart it. And thanks for coming back, Centrosi. I really appreciate it. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to. Alright. So it looks like... Now I'm probably wrong here because, yeah, it's still not importing utility. I can't find this. So I'm just gonna copy this and look it up on YouTube. Not on YouTube, but on Google. Turn my music down just a little bit. Actually, I'll take this hat off. Get a little warm in here. All right. Okay, so resolve at in server. Okay, so this looks like it's part of my problem. Let's see. This alias. This thing is getting really hot right here. There we go. Okay. Alias. Project root terminal or loaded by node. Must use relative path. Okay. So that's why. So if I do /utility, that should do it. I think. I have to use relative path. Path. I can't speak. Okay, so still can't find utility. But that should have been. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's why. Let's do // because it should be up one from where the server middleware is, but I just don't know where that's getting pulled in, but it'll be fine. Okay, try it again. Yeah, okay. Looking pretty good so far. Yeah, I think that did it, guys. Okay, so now what we can do, and that should have console logged. Oh wait, it's not gonna. It's gonna probably give it a. Yeah, let's refresh this page. Okay, so there's that. Fetch is not defined. Utility index. Fetch. Okay, so now the problem is that fetch here under utility. Where'd utility go? I'm in the wrong thing. That's why. Okay. So this fetch is not defined. The problem is that we need to be passing in fetch probably. No, see the thing is it's getting used differently. Depending on if it's on the front end or the back end. So what we need to do really is we need to import I think it's node fetch. So let's see. Where was that at? Fetch from, oh yeah, there it is. Let's just copy this out because we're not going to need it there anymore. Let's paste it in here. So that should do it for us there. And then down here instead, so let's just see what this is doing. And I've noticed this is a weird bug. Every time I edit this server middleware file, because it's doing a WebSocket, it throws this error, and I've tried to solve it, but it for whatever reason it's eluding me. But because the socket doesn't actually close on hot reload, the port is still being used. So port 3001 is still being used. So that's kind of why that has to restart every single time. These dependencies were not found. That's because I'm gonna have to look for it in node modules because it's all relative. No, actually I don't, because let's see. Just depending on where this is getting used, I think. Oh wait, no, we need to put that back. Node fetch. I feel like I see it every time. Let's see. Parsing through this. It's kind of throwing some errors that say these things are not being found, but I think it's because it's looking inside of utilities. And what I need to be doing is, instead of saying that there, I need to actually specify node node modules, I guess. That doesn't seem right. Let's refresh this. And the thing is, once I get this file settled, I won't ever really be editing it, so I won't have a problem with the port being listened to, hot reloading. And again, this is only a problem with hot reloading. All right. Let's see. I don't really think I need to install those because I think those are dependencies on node fetch. I do have node fetch installed though, right? And it's under dependencies, not dev dependencies. I don't know if that makes a difference. Let's actually go take a look at node modules. The node modules should have, the first one here is node buffer. So let's see. I'm wondering if it's under node, let's see, node fetch, node res, node HTTPS. So let's take a look under node fetch. And this is telling me under source and index.js. That is wonky. I don't know why that's doing that there. Maybe I just need to reinstall the or maybe I need to include it in modules. I don't think it's a Nuxt module. Let's Google it. Let's find out. I actually need to close quite a few of these things here. So got all of that. Okay. Okay. Let's just keep working our way down here. I don't think I need any of this stuff. I'll just look it up in a minute. Okay. Yeah, we'll just close most of this here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Next generate missing dependency, node fetch. Let's see what they have to say. So, let's see. Fatal error, missing would work. I don't want to generate though because I don't want this to be server-side rendering. What we'll do, I think, since it's an issue, we're going to remove. I don't normally do this a lot, but we're gonna remove the package lock file because I think that might clear it up. We're gonna also remove node modules, but before we do that, let's make sure that we are closed down on this. Okay. Go ahead and close down the. Okay. Trying to change. That's fine. rm.exe is what I'm trying to do. What is going on with my antivirus? Because I'm having this issue where. Got it. Let's try that again. Okay, my antivirus is blocking rm.js or rm.exe. Hey, what's up, Janatin? How's it going? Yeah, actually, I actually forgot to set that up today for this stream, so I'm actually gonna go get that right now. I had it. So here's the thing: is I have my lo-fi music playing on Chrome, and I have that set up as a music input, audio input. That's weird. And so I don't want those notifications to be playing through the stream every single time they go off. Because I don't really want people to be hearing a chat note. That might get annoying, I would think. So I'm gonna actually run it on Firefox, because I don't have Firefox as a although I probably should just run my lo-fi music on Firefox now that I think about it. Okay. For some reason Firefox is being stupid, so yeah, I actually got to take a look at your code a little more in depth, which was pretty cool. Looking great, dude. Keep it up. Oh, is my is this not? Did my internet cut out? No. I might need to reinstall Firefox, but you know what? I hate this, but we're gonna run it on Edge. No, I don't have desktop audio source set. I have it turned off. I deleted it actually, because I don't really want all my desktop audio to play, because sometimes there's things that I don't want you guys to hear. So there we go. All right, let's hear you do a little chat message or something. There we go. So that did it. I hate Microsoft Edge, but it is what it is. Cool. Set the audio property to monitor only. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. But did you get Edge? I didn't actually see if you got the did you get the Edge is your default? I mean, okay, so it's not terrible. It's a lot better than it used to be, but I still prefer Chrome just because of a lot of the extensions that I use that are kind of breaking with Edge, or coming up breaking with Edge, being synced to my accounts and stuff like that. I think a lot of that has to do with like the recent Chromium unsupporting that Google did with their accounts. I know they're still available, but it's harder. Sometimes for me with certain extensions, it's harder to make them work. Man, I don't know how to fix my whatever. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think Chrome also runs faster, to be honest. But that's just my personal opinion. And I'm still a little sore at Microsoft for taking so long to get Internet Explorer out the door. I mean, I started when it should have been gone, and it's still not gone, so. All right, so where were we? Oh yeah, so npmi. Let's go ahead and reinstall node modules here. Basically what we're doing right now is we're working on a objectives thingy up at the top up there. Something ditching the browser source idea because I want to make it a full-fledged app. Okay, so here's the thing. I've actually been thinking a lot about this. If you're thinking of making it an extension, maybe, I mean, that's a great idea, but maybe like just consider this, that I looked up what it, like how many extensions you can have, and I don't know if it changes for affiliates and partners. Let's see. But you can only have 2 panel extensions. I believe 1 component extension, and I'm blanking on the other type of extension. It might be 3 panel extensions. I think it's 3 panel extensions and 2 yeah, no, I mean a web app, I mean that's, yeah, so you're saying like an actual, maybe something that you wrap in like Electron or something? Just a site as a web app. Yeah, I mean that's more or less how it's running right now, right? If you want to upload it to, I don't like giving out my email on Twitch. But if you want to upload it, and then you can, I'm allowing links in chat, so if you just want to like upload it to like a temporary hosting site, and then yeah, that's fine too. I can find my Discord and send that to you. Let's see. I don't know how to get my what I need to do is I need to set up a Discord room anyways. Here's what we'll do. I don't really want to do it right now. And I don't really want to take the time to go find my my thing. Yeah, that's fine if you want to share your Discord here. What we're gonna do is I'm going to set up a Discord at some point, a Discord room, and I will post that in my about section below. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm all good with that. Yeah. And that's Van Hessler, as you can see in my about, that's me. All right, anyways, so we did an NPMI, and then found some deprecated stuff here. Okay, so that's fine. It doesn't say anything about node. Node fetch is what I'm looking for specifically. Let's see. Come back over here, and let's rerun npm run dev. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to check it out after the stream is over. Cool. Now I just pulled it up, downloaded it. But yeah, I'll take a look at it and get it installed and get it working as a. You said that's for a browser source, or is that for the web app? I saw it on I saw your GitHub repository, so I'm assuming if that's there, and maybe if you've done releases or whatever, I could probably also pull it from there. Oh, it's not? Okay. Gotcha. We're still having some issues here with node fetch. Not entirely sure what that's about. And I think it's because do I really need these? You know what? Let's just go ahead and try it. You can always revert. Okay, so yeah, those are unsupported. And I'm guessing it's because this is not, well, I don't know why that's going to be doing that. Over here in utilities. Is it because it's a... I don't know. Let's take a look back here again. So they're saying to revert back to an older version. Pull this up here. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay. I like your color code here. Text, content, image, and buttons. Okay. So where's the and that's a nice mobile layout as well. This is pretty well fleshed out. Good job. Yeah, I still have yet to finish designing my objectives overlay as well as my my trivia game. I know I need to get to the point where I have the code mostly there and ready to go. But yeah, no, this is looking great though. Great job on it. I like it. I love the color palette that you have for denoting margins and padding and stuff. Is there a difference between... Oh, so is the purple one for different page segments? Yeah, okay, I see that now. Well, I guess what's the... Oh yeah, that's just regular margin. Okay, and those are the actual sections. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, that's awesome. Great work. Good stuff. I usually use XD for a lot of my designs, but that's because I have an Adobe account. So I think XD recently became non-available to the public. I think it is paid now, but it used to be free. It used to be free. I don't know if that's still the case or not, but cool. I know it. And again, guys, welcome to the stream. I really appreciate you guys joining. Having a pretty good time here. Hopefully we don't get too many followers this time. I mean, I know people don't really say that too often, but as a reminder, I am eating those warheads for every new follow. But I backed it off. I was doing 3 warheads for every follow. I'm doing only 1 now because my mouth got destroyed one night. Is that okay? That semicolon's hanging out right there. Yeah, I did change the title to a single warhead for every follow. I still want to finish off those warheads because I have a whole bottle of them. And it's not something that I really want my kids eating. So, yeah. All right. So we're passing ID in, and oh wait, maybe the problem here isn't that I need to be passing ID in, don't I? Where's that at? Server. Maybe that is why. No. So it's actually 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. here. The other night I went till 2 a.m., which was a little bit late for me. I don't normally go that late. 9 a.m. and you're up early. No, I'm just kidding. I usually end up getting up at around 6 o'clock to go to work, 6 a.m. I usually work till about 3:30ish. So let's see. Guys, anybody have any ideas why this is having an issue here? I'm using fetch, with node fetch because it's on a server. It's on a node server, so I had to use node fetch. And node fetch for some reason is not wanting to fire inside of here when I call it in server middleware. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I do it in the wrong spot? Yeah, I did a console log and it's actually not even building, so it's not even, I can't even do console logs. I think maybe I should have done that there. Let's see, where's that building at? So there's all the errors that are outputting. Okay, so let's try rebuilding this again. Yeah, so the thing, yeah, it's you can kind of see right here. Well, that's a new error. That's different. So default.server is not a constructor. Server middleware objectives, line 18. Let's take a look at that real fast. Line 18. Oh, what? Did I not? Wait a second. I have WS installed. Something's screwy with my npm packages. This is git bash. Running on Windows, so I run git bash. It's using the minty shell. Yeah, it's basically like let's see, yeah. And actually the reason why it has no borders, so you're not actually seeing the borders, because I have that as a separate browser source. So that's importing that window as a separate browser source, overlaying over top of my because I'm not running, I have a bunch of scenes set up, so that's kind of what's going on there. I have probably about 30 different scenes set up, and then I have nested scenes inside of those. I'm using OBS Studio, so and I have a scene switcher, an automatic scene switcher, so when I switch to my VS Code, it switches and it fades to that. When I switch to my terminal, so it fades to that. When I switch to here, well, I have a lot of games that I play as well, so that's probably why. So something's going on with the oh, and we're still having, so we're having two different issues here. WS is having an issue, WebSockets, and Node modules is still having an issue. Cancel that out. What we're gonna do here is we are going to just back our way back up. Don't need to import that. And here, let's just not import that either. And let's see if we're still getting an issue with declaration file for module WS is missing. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's actually just copy that. Because we're using TypeScript, you have to have types. I think that'll help. That might help. Okay. So that fixed that issue. Let's go ahead and run dev here again. Okay, still getting... Okay, now I'm wishing that I hadn't deleted my package lock. And I wonder if it's because there's... Oh, man. I think I need to adjust my camera. There we go. I wonder if it has to do with the version may have gotten updated. Let's take a look here. WS. No. Let's actually check out package lock, since that actually wasn't the issue. And let's remove RF node modules, npm run, or npm I. Oh wait, we need to close this first. Do you ever have a problem with node modules not deleting properly or quickly? It's usually because you're running the task. Let's see, npm I. Yeah, yeah. So this is just a circle green screen. You can kind of see if I back up here, just kind of attached to my chair. So yeah, and it only really works super great if I stay super close. Um, yeah, yeah. It's I'm still trying. I'm gonna be updating my about section with my gear. It has a strap, so if I show you right here, there's like a strap that's you can kind of see it's gray, but it's this strap right here that's it's strapped and it's kind of strapping around my thing right here. Yeah, yeah, it works pretty good. And then whenever I don't want to use it, it's one of those like springy ones, so like I can like bend it and twist it. I can like kind of yeah, right. I can bend it and twist it and then I usually like strap it down into like a smaller circle, so I never take it off the chair. I just whenever I don't want to use it, I just strap it down. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice little setup. And I got my mic here that's kind of floating out of the middle of nowhere here. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get my gear up and show you guys everything that I use for my streaming. Be good. Okay, so I did that. I reset the package lock. Hopefully that fixed it. I don't know, we'll see. All right, hey, thanks for joining the stream though. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time hopefully. And hey, I love that design. That design looks awesome. And we should consider collaborating sometime on something. It'd be fun. Be good. Get Trello list is not defined. And I'm gonna be putting my GitHub on my as a social link down below at some point. So nah, dude, that's how you learn. And you know what? I am a firm believer of everybody is not too experienced to learn new stuff. So like, even if I might have 4 years on you or whatever, I feel like I definitely have stuff to learn from, from people who are still new to it because they come in with a fresh perspective and stuff. So anyways, I'll let you go because I know you gotta hit class. Don't want you to be late, but okay, so objectives, JS, server middleware. Let's see. So somewhere in here, get Trello. Oh, uh, I did not realize that was down there. So let's see. Go ahead and restart that server. Restart the next instance. So far, so good. I think it's gonna work this time, guys. Well, we're gonna be back to normal. Okay. If that's happening, go ahead and throw this in here. And then in here, what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna comment this out for now. So let's see. When we do that, that's gonna throw an error because because of those WebSockets. Using the port currently. I wish there was a way I could plug into. I'm sure there is. Plug into the hot module reloading, and basically tell it to reuse, or to basically look at that same port or close the port. Actually, that'd be nice if I could close the port. No, I'm sure there is a way. I probably need to be closing that port anyways, so I'm sure there is a way to do it. But all right, so if we copy this and we use it up here, it throws an error, which is fine. Let's actually just do this. Okay. But yeah, we're still having that issue. Required cannot find node module fetch, which, oh, that's, yeah, that makes sense. There we go. That's fair. That is definitely fair. And again, guys, welcome to the stream. I really appreciate you guys joining us today. We're working on some streaming tools that I'm trying to troubleshoot and kind of clean up the code a little bit. So it's still having this issue where these dependencies were not found. My guess is that it's actually being able to look. Is it maybe because we're importing it twice? So if I don't import that, but I do a fetch here, I think the problem then becomes on reload that must actually, because it won't find fetch because fetch is running on the server and we need node fetch for that. I mean, who knows? Maybe WebSocket failed. Okay, it's because it's restarting. Okay, so we're doing good there. Refresh here. Oh! Well, wait a minute. Oh, that's because we're not actually calling this. So let's actually call this here. Let's just call it. See what happens. Okay, error, restart. Fetch is not defined. Okay, so let me see if there's anybody else. Why is fetch inaccurate? I wonder if this is running on server side. I'm wondering if we can I don't think we can dynamically import those inside there, but let's try it. Maybe that's the solution. Who actually knows? It is not the solution. Can you do a require? I don't think you can do a require either, actually, now that I think about it. And it's running the same problem. Let's do console.log fetch and see what fetch actually is here. Okay, so over here, we probably need to import that and call it somewhere in here. Let's just call get Trello list. Let's go ahead and pass this ID in. Might as well. In case it magically works for some reason. Nope. All right, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to solve this issue unless anybody has any ideas. It was a nice thought, but we should probably just move on to bigger, better things. I don't know how to. Yeah, we'll just. we'll just move on like that. We'll just get rid of it. All right, so a couple things that we probably need to clean up, but we might not clean it up right now at this point. I kind of wanted to make this dynamic, but we need to pull in labels. That's the next thing that I want to work on. So actually, if we go back over to Trello, which is where is my Trello? I have several Trellos open. So let's see here. There it is. Okay, so if we come over to Trello, let's go ahead and open this, and let's add a checklist item or checklist, and say utility function utility fetch node fetch work in utility JS importing. Let's just take one more stab at this and see if we can come up with something here. Next, isomorphic fetch, isomorphic access to server-side API. Huh. Oh. Window.fetch. Koa middleware. Okay. Let's see. Node fetch. Because I wonder if there's something wrong with this version of Node. Next generates missing dependency. Let's see. Missing app dependencies. Goes back to 2019. Node fetch is not a recommended one. The solution is, although node fetch is not one of our dependencies, not sure who that one came from. Why can't I node fetch server middleware nuts? Let me see. Axios. Wait. Oh, that's not server middleware, is it? I don't know. Okay. I don't actually know what's in these. So let's take a look here. Wait a minute. Okay. All right, so let's see here. It's basically logging stuff that's coming through. Client. Why doesn't that work? So if I console log fetch here, when it's run, let's see what happens. And it might be best if we just undo this console log. Go ahead and refresh this. It's an async function. I don't think that's gonna help any. Don't think I can actually. Okay, so I don't know what's in that function though. So let's see. Because it gets confusing because Nuxt has its own version of fetch. All right. I just can't figure out why that's throwing some issues. I'm importing it from there, but it's also got its own import, which is not working for some reason. I'm wondering. Maybe we should try passing fetch into it. That doesn't seem good, but so let's just try passing fetch in. Again, this is probably a terrible idea, but I just don't really know what else to do on it. Get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. We're gonna get rid of that as well. So let's check it out, guys. I don't actually think this is gonna work. But who knows? Maybe it will. I don't know why it would work. So this is get Trello list. So let's pass in fetch. And let's pass in the ID, which we will just set at let ID equal this for now. That way we can make it dynamic later, probably. We run this. Let's see what we got. Bada bing, bada bang. Okay, and this is probably going to output something like a promise or something because let's refresh this. I don't think that's actually going to change anything for us. Let's see. Oh yeah, because we have to console log, and we might as well. Well, no, it's fine. We can just. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here. Okay. All right, so no issues found. Go ahead and refresh. So yeah, that's a promise pending. If we await that, um, do this. And more or less what we're doing is we are, yeah, let's try refreshing this here. And when that finishes, it'll show us. It'll show us the good stuff. Undefined. Uh-oh. Yikes. Something's wrong. Oh, because it's not returning anything. Ha 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 ha. Go figure. Okay, that should do it, guys. Okay, that should give us our Trello cards in JSON format. Yes. Okay, guys. So there we have it. For whatever reason, we have to pass fetch in here. I don't know why we can't, and unless anybody has any ideas why this might be the case, we can't do something like const fetch equals require oh, you know what though? Node, let's see, node modules slash node fetch. And then if we do a let's see, console.log this fetch, which is what we'll actually change the name to, this fetch. So if we do anything like that, once we restart it, it doesn't actually, let's see, compiling, it's gonna throw an error, I guarantee it. How much you want to bet it throws an error? Yeah. You know what we're gonna do here, guys, is we're just gonna copy this and we're gonna paste it here. Let's see. I'm going to have some level of non-authoritative. That's going to be done on the client side in this option. So let's see. This for Angular though. Let's see. Inside a serverless project. Can't resolve. Node : HTTP. Okay, so it looks like they're having some of the same issues here. Yes, yes. Yeah, stream HTTP. Okay. Are you running in AWS land? No. I'm using serverless to create the AWS. Oh, my issue was looking one way. And tried. I just tried and get a different error now. I'm wondering if it's because we need to actually load it in the modules. In Nuxt.js or Nuxt config. Is there, or in the build modules maybe? So let's take a look at Nuxt documentation for build modules. Modules directory. Nuxt provides a higher order module system that makes it possible to extend the core. Modules are functions that are called sequentially when booting up. So what if I want to add a node module? Or, yeah. And should I? Okay, this is Nuxt, blah, whatever. Plugins, no. I've never seen this stuff before. Webpack loaders. Async modules. Oh, what? Oh, maybe I should just include this as a module. That doesn't sound wrong, actually. So let's, guys, add yet another one here. New file. And we will do, we'll call it Trello. .js maybe. And we can call this that. What are we gonna call it though? Let's call it get Trello list. Call that one get Trello list. We do need to pass the ID into it though. And up here we need to do import fetch from node fetch. Okay, all that. Let us go to utilities JS. Where is utilities JS? Or index JS. Here we go. Let's just copy this entire thing out. Save that. We don't need that anymore. And we'll just paste this. I don't want to export. Well, yeah, it actually needs to be default. We don't want to pass fetch in anymore. But we might as well pass ID as the ID. Well, no, we might as well pass it as a string because that's the only thing that needs to go in. We can get rid of this. All right, so now how do you include return a promise? Which honestly, we could just return the promise. Actually. So let's see. And then how do you include this? This line is required if you're publishing a module as an NPM. No, I'm not. So how do you include a module in Nux config? Modules. Then you just reference your module, I guess. Write your own module. Okay. Oh, okay. This is right here. Let's just include that in our Nux config modules at the end, and we'll call it Trello. Okay. That being done, all right, now let's try running this bad boy. Unexpected error. Syntax error. Something with the JSON. Oh, I was getting this error earlier. Node fetch. Node module source body. Am I importing that wrong? I think I'm importing. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm not. I am not. Indeed, I am not. Let's see. What? JSON. Get Trello list. Try this again. I don't export it as default. Still get the same error. Actually, that's a different error. Export a function. So it is default. Get Trello list. The only thing that I can think of is Wait, guys, why am I? Let's see. Is this what we want though? Because I don't think this. Maybe I'm on kind of a sidetrack here because I don't think this is really what we do. Unexpected token I in JSON at position 0. Let's see. Wait. If we return something, that's returning a promise. Maybe if we just don't call it that. Plugins, template plugins, register custom webpack loaders, async modules. For this source async modules, which can return a promise for callback. So maybe that needs to be a mess. So if I'm just not returning that at all whatsoever, async. But if I await that and then console.log list, and let's run that again. Okay, that looks fantastic. That's the response. And then what are you supposed to do with the response from that fetch? You're supposed to list.json it. That's not working for some reason. So await that. It's not a function in utilities.js. I know that. I know it's not. It's not there anymore. Okay, so what is going on here? Unexpected token I in JSON at position 0. Okay, so I think what's happening, like Trello.js, is that something with the response here. Copy this. Maybe I didn't read everything properly. Wait. The modules are only important during development build time using. Huh. Expected token. No, so it's actually JSON. Here's the deal. I come back over here and I look at this. Edge, access control. It's actually receiving. Maybe it should be body. Let's see. Size, response, body stream, URL type, headers, server. What if we just don't do that part? You know what? We're gonna start running it down here, guys. So I don't have to go back and forth. list.json is not a function. Why is that returning a you know what? I wonder if I'm like trying to overwrite a fetch that Nux is using for the server. Fetch is not defined. Well, you know what, guys? We know what was working, and what was working was this. And so for now, we're just going to use that. Do that. And that's grabbing all the stuff. So guys, we have what we need here. Let's just make sure put that outside of that. All right. Then, so guys, I can actually explain what's going on here with the WebSockets real fast. From my understanding, is basically we are creating a map of WebSockets right here, and then we're starting up the WebSocket server using WS WebSocket, which is being imported right there. It's just a package for easily creating WebSockets on servers. We're creating that, storing it in WSS, and then down here, actually, sorry, on the connection, we are creating a unique ID, setting that in WebSockets as that, and then we're also just doing this on a message, which is not a big deal because we're not really sending any data back to the server through the WebSocket. Right now, all we're doing is getting stuff. And if we were doing something, we would probably set this as a yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we would do. Maybe that's the best place to put that. I'm not sure. Maybe we would define another function that we would call and run that data through. Anyway, so down here, we're basically running this, and we're checking to see if it's the post type, which is the webhook that's going to be passing the data over, which, to be honest, guys, we don't actually need to do that. So let's see, body.push.chunk, see body. So yeah, we don't actually need to be, I'm going to comment this out because we don't need this anymore, since we're only ever getting data and we don't need to be actually let's put this on a separate line and do that. Okay, so we're only checking for the get, because what I need to do is I need to switch the webhook objectives from post to get, because since we're already going to be fetching the same stuff, we can just comment this out. Actually, let's just go ahead and delete this. Let's go ahead and delete all of this as well, guys, just to clean it up, since we're all cleaning all this stuff up. So here's what we're doing. We're going fetching. We're going to hit this endpoint, which is my API objectives. And then we're doing a get. Let's do this, which we don't actually even need any headers in it, guys. We just need to do a get, which we don't really even need method for that because it automatically does a get. Okay, so we're doing that. And then over here, we're just doing a get for this. We're going to actually call, instead of doing this, guys, we are going to let list equal, and we're going to pass that list here. Let list equal get Trello list. And we're going to pass in fetch and ID. Okay, that should do it as far as cleaning up stuff. I'm keeping this in here because just in case we end up wanting to do some post stuff here, we won't run into any problems. So let's go ahead and run that and see what we get. Okay, module should export a function. That's because I forgot to remove the module from next modules. I almost wonder if, let's see. Yeah, it needs to be in the back end, but I almost, I don't know. I don't really know what to do there because I want to keep this in a separate file, just in case we need to use it in other places. Okay, that should do it. Once that finishes, we're going to go ahead and refresh the page over here. Okay, so that failed, and it's because this stuff. Oh, crap. Come back over here. Passing fetch in. Oh, because I'm doing this nonsense right here. Nonsensicalness. Okay. There we go, guys. And we could clean this up even more, but we're not. Not today. Not today.
This is the part where we blow up! Not today!
All right. We got that out of our system. Okay. So let's go ahead and refresh this and cross your fingers, guys. It's not working. Okay. So let's go problem solve why that's not working. Did we actually connect to, we connected to that. And it should be awaiting that. So let's see. Maybe what's happening here is that we're not returning. Okay, so forgot we need to await that. And we're gonna have to go restart the server or restart the next instance. There we go, guys. There we have it. All right. What I'm gonna do next, guys, is I'm gonna go grab my colors so that I can input my colors here. So hang tight. I'm gonna go here and you know what? Let's just color pick straight from. It's not gonna really matter that much. Color pick this. See if I can get a better. Yeah, brighter is better. Brighter is better. I'm trying to remember if. Yeah, okay. And then, guys, we're gonna come over here and we are going to. Let's go ahead and call the title color this. Just because. Why not? That should automatically update that. As long as it's still running. Oh, because I am actually going to put this below. Whoopsies. Okay. Format this. Kicks and giggles. Okay. So we've got that. Looks pretty good. And let's actually go ahead and update our foreground color as well then. So grab this color. Maybe we can even do some cool effects. Let's change the background to this. Let's get rid of the border. I'm not sure that I like that. Yeah, that's looking a lot smoother. All right, guys, and what we're gonna do here is this is cool. So watch this. Let's go over to alerts and let's turn this on. Let's refresh it. Yeah. That's nice. Maybe we get rid of the margin bottom or maybe set that to important. Okay. I wonder what's gonna happen if we just do a background transparent. Wonder what that's gonna look like. Is that gonna be a problem? And then what if we did this, guys? What if we did objectives? We went and took the objectives. Dot objectives. And made that the same thing as background. But instead, let's just actually copy this for now, because I need to figure out a better way to let's set opacity to 0.9. Dollar opacity. That's not going to help us at all. What we'll do is we'll actually just get rid of this. And then what we can do here is we can do an RGBA. This is probably better done with color variables, but let's do it this way. And then dollar opacity. But we're actually going to set this to 0.5 maybe? Yeah, we'll do 4. Why not? And then we'll just copy this entire thing, place that, come down here. Actually, yeah, that's all we need. Let's see what that does for us. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now problem is that those are the width of those, that needs to be objectives, I think. Okay. Okay, that's looking a little better. Let's set that to 0.9. Let's set it to 0.8. It's a little too dark. 0.75 is what is the magic number. That's what we're gonna go with. Okay. And then let's set this to dollar opacity. Okay. Then what we can do is, instead of putting margin here, we can change this to padding. Okay. Okay. That looks promising. Little dark and some kind of hard to see. And I wonder if I should move it to the other side. What if we... I think we need to get rid of the background, as much as I hate to say that. And then also, if we just add this background back. Is that too hard to read? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's take a look a little closer here. And then I think part of the problem that looks kind of wonky is because, let's bring this back over here. The reason I think that looks kind of wonky is because we removed margin bottom. So let's set this here. Okay, let's do a text shadow. Let's try a text shadow of 0, 0, 5 pixels, RGBA, dollar color. Let's actually set a dollar color up here, and let's set that color to this. Let's do that. I think this is going to make it look a little too hazy, I think. Dollar color, dollar color, dollar color. I set a dollar color up there. That should grab the dollar color. Oh, and we need a 0.5. Probably need to bump this up a little bit. To 7 maybe. Maybe turn this to 7.5. Kind of give it a glowing effect. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know. Let's reduce the size. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Let's see what happens if we take the text shadow down a little bit. That just makes it harder to read. So let's take it back up, and let's actually set this to 1. See what that does. Let's take it to 9 pixels. Now let's take it back down to 7, and let's reduce this and 0.8. There we go. We'll call that good. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty nice. I like how it's dark. There's a couple things that I don't like about it though. Maybe we should bring this back though, and just give it some more space. And maybe instead of maybe we need to also give it a box shadow. I'm just really feeling my way around this right now. So this could, you know. Let's take a look here at this. Okay, so give that a box shadow. That a box shadow. I don't know, it kind of almost makes it a little too hard to read. Too hard to realize. I'm gonna put the border back in. Let's set the width to 500 pixels or 400 pixels. Bring that back. Okay. That's pretty good. And then maybe we could just take the entire... I want it to be able to be clearly read, but maybe we should take the entire opacity back. Opacity 0.75. Don't want to make it too unreadable. Yeah, that's way too unreadable. So maybe instead of doing the opacity there, we take this opacity down to 5. Yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Although I will change this to 350. Because anything above that, beyond that, needs to bounce it to the next line, I think. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Okay. And then let's actually just check to make sure that that's still working. Oops. Finish that. Yeah. Okay. The next thing, guys, that we're going to do here, and we're actually going to add this to the list here. We're going to add labels. Get labels. So basically we need to get the labels and apply the color and the name to each card based on the ID of the label that it has. So right now I only have 2 different label types, and that's fine. So for example, and I wonder if, yeah, if we could convert those to cards if we need to. I wonder if it's a power up we can do, because I want to put labels on these. That'd be nice. Let's see. Hold tight. I'm gonna take a look at something here. All right. All right. Oops. Making sure my stream's working okay. 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 All right. So, all right. So back on track here, guys. We need to grab labels. So what I'm gonna do here is in this utility JS, which is actually now index.js, we are going to make another function. And you know, I'm wondering if I should even. Nah, this is so simple already. So let's get labels. And let's fetch labels. And we're actually going to go look at Trello's documentation. Trello API labels. Labels. Okay, so labels / ID. That's great. And then let's see, put update label, delete a label, update a field label, create a label. No, we just want labels. All right, so fantastic. And I'm wondering if there's a way we can set these, but whatever. I think this is okay. So let's change this to label. Okay, so we do Trello labels, pass in fetch, ID, come over here, and in this, what we need to do is, for every get, we also need to let labels equal await get Trello labels, and then we basically just need to do the same thing here. And then we also need to make sure we import that. And we want to make sure that we set the labels. Oh crap. How do we get all labels? Is there a way to get all labels? I guess we need to loop through each. Ooh, that gets kind of messy. So let's change this to JSON. Oh, actually it is JSON. So let's just console log list right here. Let's make sure that we are importing get Trello labels there as well. Come over here. I think we need to restart the server. Let's do this. Don't want it spitting up all over us. All right, so and guys, I think an easy way to fix this, I do need to we're gonna have to refresh this every single time, I think. Maybe not though, because I don't think that threw an error. Yeah, okay, list is not defined. Let list equal, where is that not defined at? Utility, get Trello labels. Oh, okay. I messed something up here. Labels. Okay, let's refresh this, run dev. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom, bop. Biddly doop doop bop bop bop. Again, guys, welcome to the stream. I really appreciate you guys joining. We're working on a overlay. So like up here in the top corner, you can kind of see. Actually, yeah, I have stream objectives there. So if I actually go and hit refresh real fast, let's go hit refresh on that. That should, maybe not. Maybe it won't pull them in. Oh yeah, that's because we have an unexpected key in JSON. So we can see what we're pulling in here. And where is that at? What line was that on? Position 0 of utility line 16. So something's wonky in there. So let's go ahead and comment that out. Again, guys, you can kind of see what we're doing here. Once I refresh this here. So the idea is that I want to have my stream objectives up in the top left corner, but I'm managing them through a Trello board. So as I switch things back and forth, so let's make sure that didn't throw any errors that time. Okay, so as like I add stuff and remove stuff, it should be updating, and even though it is not, there it goes. Yep. So you can guys see, you can kind of see up in that corner there. Let's see up here somewhere. You'll see stream objectives, and then Trello card objective tracking is my very first stream objective. So that's why we're kind of having a couple of issues here. I don't think we're gonna get to front end page, but I'm gonna leave it in there. We're just gonna add a label for dev. We'll just call it development. No, we're not gonna call it development. We're gonna call it initial. Yeah, we'll just call it initial. I can't make up my mind. Initial. Okay, so we've added that. So now that we can tell that a label is coming in there. So what we're trying to do here, guys, is we're trying to get the labels, and I know what's wrong. So what's wrong here is that when I come back, and I'll have to restart my there. So what's wrong here is that when I'm calling get labels, I'm passing ID in, which is this ID up here. So really I need to call this list ID and pass that into here instead. And then here we need to basically loop through the list. Okay, so as soon as I hit save on this, which actually we don't need to, let's just come up here, guys, and check out some of these label what it's looking like here. We need to compile a list of labels, let label IDs. We'll make an array of those, and we need to loop through each card, grab each label. So let's say there's two cards. So this is one card and this is one card. There's no labels on either of those currently, but as soon as we make sure that there's not any, I didn't actually get the labels on these. This one's called front end page. ID labels right there. So what we need to do, since that one has one and it's in an array, we will loop through the for let item of list actually, and we'll, yeah, so for that we need to do a nested, or maybe we could do actually a for each in the ID labels. So item dot ID labels dot for each. Okay, and let's just call this label ID. And basically what we'll do is we will if label IDs, if we'll check to make sure that label IDs dot includes label ID. If not, and this is bothering me, I'm just going to change it to capital IDs because I don't know why it's bothering me. It just looks wrong, which means I probably need to change this and this. Nah, we're just going to keep them the same. I can't make up my mind. So then we're going to push label IDs. Push label ID. Okay, so that should get us a let's console log label IDs. That should get us a and let's actually comment that out. All right, guys, now we'll have to restart the server or reset the Nux thing again. A little bit of tea left. Okay, now that that's looking there, let's refresh this. Let's check out this here. And the reason why is it's still not passing it. It's passing an ID, which there is no ID. Doesn't know what ID is. Fantastic. And then I already commented that out. Wait. JSON stringify of list. Should have console log list. So where's that at? Index.js 11 parse line 11. Did I misname something up here? List ID. Let's copy that and paste that. It's the same. Let's run this again. One more time. All right, what you got? Okay, no issues found. Listening there. Go ahead and update this by doing that. Okay, so parsing unexpected token. Am I missing something here? Item. Maybe I just need to comment this out for now. List ID. Oh. That's what's going on. ID as list ID. Okay. Yep. That's the problem with destructuring things, passing things in like that, is that if you mess up the name just because you're passing that in just like that, then you don't notice it because it's not actually throwing an error in VS Code. VS Code's not picking up on it. Okay, so guys, come back over here. Let's move this one over. Move it back. That should in a moment update the overlay that you guys are seeing on the top left of my stream there. Maybe it won't, but either way, let's come over here. We'll refresh this. So that does update it there. So maybe we have to actually refresh this here. We're coming back. Okay, there it is, guys. So there's that. We're probably gonna have to do that again a couple more times, so bear with me. We only have one label. That's fine. So we are good to go. We're golden. So what we need to do now, what we could actually do is we could actually, in this loop here, actually, let's just not, I don't know why we need to do label IDs when we can just bring back the labels. Oh, wait, because we need to, yeah. There's a much easier way to do this, I'm thinking. I don't know, what do you guys think? What I'm trying to do here is basically I'm going to call get Trello labels, which is asynchronous fetch, and then ID as label ID. But I don't know what that's returning. Oh yeah, wait, well, no, I don't know what that's returning yet. So let's console log this. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna have to refresh this. Let's refresh that. Okay, so we're getting an error. Unexpected reserved word await. Is this not? Oh, because each of these includes. Okay, yeah. So this is gonna have to be async, I believe. Yeah. There we go. That should do it. Don't know if that's gonna cause a problem, but I might as well restart it just to be safe. Guys, welcome to my stream. I really appreciate you guys joining me tonight. It is getting close to midnight here, so we're gonna keep plugging away at this, make sure we get it to work properly. So guys, what I'm trying to do is right now I'm pulling in, and you can see right here, I am pulling in the stream objectives. You can see it update, and it's not updating again because I'll have to go refresh the objectives overlay. So back here, guys, as we move these things, they update in the top left corner of my stream, which is fantastic. What I'm trying to do now, guys, is I'm trying to get the labels, which is working right there. So the color is sky. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get the name and the color, and then we're going to, which honestly I don't need this right here. Now that I'm looking at it, so we'll just call those labels. That's the problem here. Okay, so we want to check label IDs. I saw something earlier that did this. This is kind of cool. Labels. They did something like this. .id .include. So basically what they're doing here, I think that's fine. But basically what it's doing is it is creating an array. Well, let's actually just console log this just to be sure. Labels.id. And we're gonna push label. Okay. Oh, we need to change this to labels, sorry. And this needs to be label. Let's see, include label .id. Label.id. Okay, I think that's everything. So let's refresh this. Again, we'll have to restart the server. And how's everybody doing today in chat? Pull this back a little bit here so you guys can see my face a little better. Okay, so when we do this, and let's take a look at what we got here. Labels, that ID is not iterable. Okay. That's fine because that, now that I think about it, that's not gonna work. Let's see. 2. That's fine. Okay, so that's not gonna work, but what we do need to do is we need to basically let's see, check JS array of objects for matching value, matching property value. I have to get fancy here, I think. So we have an array of these. So we're gonna filter. Oh, just a simple filter. I knew that. Come on, guys. All right. Yeah, and that's, you guys can kind of see that's where we're doing the but that's because that's a map and we're grabbing all keys from the map. So no big deal. So instead of the .includes, I think that returns a So let's see. If not um uh labels filter label L, just do that. I don't like doing unreadable things, but label object maybe. Yeah. And then we'll do uh label object dot id equals label dot id, and let's see if that does it, guys. So what we're saying here is if it does not equal one that already exists in there, whoa, we need to be returning that if we're going to do that, but we're not, so we can do that. Okay, let's go refresh it, guys. And again, guys, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you guys joining. I know I say that a lot, but and as a reminder for everybody who gives me a follow, I will be eating a single warhead tonight. Okay. Come back over here. Move this one out of here. Okay. We should have, oh, okay. Let's see. That should have given us an, oh, are we not console logging? Yeah, we are console logging still. So it's like it's saying that there aren't labels. Let's see. Maybe we should console log labels instead. And see what's, because my guess is that label.id, something's not right with that filter right there. Labels, label object label.id. Okay. So that should pull this over here. Brightness, dark, cover, labels. Labels is an object. Let's maybe console log the label instead. I don't know why that's kind of throwing some errors there. All right. Okay, so guys, we're having an issue here where this is console logging the entire list, and I'm not able to exactly see what's going on here. So, okay, once this runs, we will pass back this one in 3, 2, 1. Run it up. Listening on this. Should have done something. Okay, so why is that not? Okay, so this must mean that. So what we'll do here, guys, is we will just go ahead and return this, just so I can easily more find if that is true. Okay, so we will console log label object. Oh. If labels filter. It must be returning that it does have something. Okay. So my guess is that this is, so let's log that label object. I think what's happening is that it's kind of psyching itself out. Let's do this. So we are not even getting into that. ID labels, label. There should be at least one coming through. Did I screw up our I think maybe I screwed up the I don't know, maybe I screwed up the Trello webhook. Maybe got like reset or something. Who knows? Okay, try it again. Okay, so that printing off that ID. Oh, we are not wanting to push the label. We're wanting to push the entire, that's why. So, labels dot push. So that's what we need to be doing. And then console log. Let's just outside of this labels. Okay, so we push that. We don't want to actually push that there. Okay, and this just to clean this up. I don't think that still solves our problem, but let's see here. Label object .id. If labels .length and we'll do that because that way it also checks to see if labels has anything in it. If labels does not have anything in it, we want it to, well, no, that's not going to work because if it doesn't have anything in it, we still want that to fire. We'll do that. We still want, we do want to push. Actually, no, that is right. That is right. But we'll leave it for now. We're going to move this. So that fires a blank, and then labels that push this. And oof, what's going on here? We do need to just push that, call that, because, all right. And I can actually do labels.length. No, I don't want labels.length there. I keep going back and forth on that. All right, let's run that again. If we can get it here, we will call it good. Okay, boom. And it is console logging that, it's console logging that. Oh, it's console logging label. So each of those, so it should be blank, And the final one should actually have an ID, which does that. Then I don't know why this isn't working here. Oh, it shouldn't be label.id. Oh, come on, Digital Fortress. Last time, guys, I promise. I promise this is it. I know it's it. This has got to be it. I do this. Uh-oh. That was not it. Okay. So let's actually give ourselves some space here to see what's actually happening. Do this. What it's doing is it is in this. Yeah, okay. So it is basically saying that the first label or first time through is labels. And then the second, then it actually console logs this label, which is great, fantastic. If labels.filter, maybe this needs to be positive. The labels.filter, so it's filtering, and if it returns true, no, we don't want that to be true. This should technically be console logging something. Okay. So let's figure this out. Let's sort this. So label object.id, which if it's blank, if the labels dot length, if labels has any length in it, we're starting to slow down, guys. Oh, my apologize, my camera's kind of, I should fix that probably. Let's go ahead and dive in and fix that real fast. All right, come back up here. With labels dot length, and this isn't true because we want to check to make sure that labels has a length. Oh, if no, because that's not going to matter if label is true, because it's just not going to fire anything. If let's see, if labels, if not labels dot length. Why don't we do this, guys? If that returns, then we want to do nothing. So we'll do that, and then else. So basically we're saying that if it doesn't exist, then we're pushing ID label. Let's go take a look at Trello labels, because that was working, and that's passing in as ID. We'll pass the ID there. That's fine. And so really what we should do is we should console log this just to see if it's something that's happening with the pushing there. Okay, let's console log that. So we are pushing it to labels. The labels should have something at some point. Okay, here we go. Doobie doobie doop boop 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 boop. You can see that little loading indicator in the bottom. Okay. Okay, so it gave us 2 of those. So this is still for some reason not returning true. So What if we do console log labels, which is we do want to check if labels.length. No, well, we do because we can't run a filter on it if it's blank. Actually, yeah, okay, so if labels.length and not filter, I know what we're gonna do here, guys. We are going to push I'm trying to think of the best way to do this conditional. Should it be a nested or? Well, first of all, we need to do if not labels.length, because if at that point we need to push if label and not labels.length. Let's go ahead and push that in. Else if labels.length, then this is where we can actually just do that. Label.object and let's just get rid of this else. We don't want to do anything if that's the case. Okay, I feel like this could be definitely cleaner, but it is not. And there. I mean, I know it can be cleaner by doing this, so we'll do this. All right, so let's go ahead and restart that server again. Let's move this one out. Labels. Why is that an object? That should not be an object. So let's see where we're console logging labels. Oh, it is an object because, yeah, okay. Okay, so, and then it should, okay. There definitely is a label in there. Let's move this up here, guys, and see what we get. Because that definitely should still be giving us something. And I think for some reason it's this right here that's, well, if label is a string, which is true, and labels.length is not true, then we should be pushing into labels, whatever this is. I wonder if we can't push this way. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, so that is giving us an object, which is fantastic. An ID. So, what we should do is try this. Get rid of this. Result. Let result equal and get rid of this. Maybe for some reason the push was having an issue. I don't really know if that's the reason. I don't know if that could be a possibility. But either way, we're gonna try it. do that. It should fire as soon as it finishes building. Okay, waiting for file changes. Let's just go ahead and do this again. Okay, so we are console logging this here. Why can't I await that? So console log result. Go ahead and console log this result as well. If label is true, which should be, so this all should be firing just fine. Okay, do that. Okay. So we are getting something here, guys. Just for some reason, it's not wanting to push into that. Array push, await. An async function is not working. You shouldn't be using .map for side effects. Okay, doesn't know anything about async functions. All you're doing is creating an array of promises. When .map and your function returns the promises are not done yet, you need to await all of them. I am awaiting I'm waiting everything in here. I think, aren't I? Await. Let's just throw an await on here. That's where it should be firing. I don't know why I would need to do that. Well, wait. No, I don't need it there. Wait, response.json, map, promise await. Response function get photo data, map, await, property photo list, equals. Maybe I should just do await promise.all, because that might help me. Wait. Promise.all data. What if I do that? Guys, I'm going to take a quick break for a couple minutes. So I will be right back while that is loading. All right. And with that, we are back. Okay, objects not iterable. All okay. So because something's off here. So what we should just try to do is we should just try to just not worry about those at all, and then labels. Let's see, so after on labels, let's do a before. let's take a look here. Okay. So if we run that again last time, I think. Hopefully. Maybe not. We'll see. Result is not defined. Oh yeah. We're doing a whole bunch of those, so let's see. Wish I could figure out how to hot module reload these WebSockets. And really it needs to be, again, going back to, let's see. If I add a up next card, WebSockets, let's just say close WebSockets on hot module reload. Let's call that a bug. All right. So let's pass this one in. Before, after. I just honestly don't know why that. Let's see. So this guy is doing a map. Oh, wait, let's see. But the array outside the asynchronous function is still returning as empty. I'm not sure whether the object is being... So let's see. Having the same issue here where we dot push body, photo list, property photo list, dot push. So what's he got here? Photo list equals whatever you're doing from there. Oh, it could be. Is it because they're doing a for each? No. Let's see. Async. All of this. Let's see. Await response.json. Push. You shouldn't be using map for side effects. It returns a new array, so you should make use of that. Photo data. What? Okay, so I don't really want to do a dot map, but he's saying that we need to do an await promise.all and assign that as the all you're doing is creating an array of promises. Okay, so I thought I was awaiting the stuff, but so what we'll do here, get photo data, response, returning a SC. So okay. All right. So let's just get well, let's just leave it in there for now. So what we're doing here, guys, is we can't do an await result, is what I'm saying. We have to I mean, we can do an await result, or not await, but we can do await or just result. So the thing is, it's pushing a bunch of promises that are returning, they're not done yet. So let's just get rid of all these console logs. And let's do a await promised all here. Promised all. We can't do that as the destruction thing. So let's try that, guys. Let's try this again. And this should work. Okay. No. Before, after. This is the before. After. Why is that not pushing to it? Promise all. Waiting for all the calls. Let's see. And maybe this doesn't need to be. Let's see. Maybe if I remove this from these. So those are all promises. Now, those should all be promises. And async is doing nothing there. Okay. And let's move this over. All right, guys. That was it. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, so that was a lot of trial and error to figure out what's the problem here. Now that we know that that's what's going on, we can do something like this. Labels array. Let's see. Labels length. This isn't gonna work if we have multiple IDs, is it? Guys, it would have been just easier, and I think that's what we're gonna do, because I like the idea of this, but I don't think it's gonna work because we're not able to check against those IDs. So we'll do let label IDs equal this. And then we will push which we're basically doing this anyways here. So labels.length. So we don't really need to check the labels.length. We just need to check if not labels filter label object. So we actually want to check label IDs dot includes label. And then if doesn't, we need to push we're gonna we can still do this, guys, but we need to do a label IDs dot push label, because this is actually a label ID, not a label itself. So let's actually rename this. Label ID. Yeah, so that's a label ID. Push label ID. And this should also be label ID. Okay. So this is still pushing promises, which we will need to do this for. Let labels, let label promises. We'll call that, and then down here under this, we'll call these label promises. And then here, we'll just call labels equals label promises. And that way we can await all of them, guys. All of the promises in the whole world. And then we can actually console log it. Console.log labels. I vaguely remember having to run into this issue before. Doing some other things at some other point, but this is a good reminder. It's a good reminder that just because you're pushing promises that even though you're awaiting them, they're still promises until they finish, and you're trying to push them immediately into an array, it's not going to work because, I mean, it is going to work, but it's going to just pass. Okay, so, yep, that worked, guys. So now what we will do is we will take this, and look at that, boom. And then if we add another one, it should only have 2 in it. So right there, because it's checking against the ID of the new one. So let's take these back. Let's throw them on the bottom down here. So now, guys, what we can do is we can take those labels and pass them back. Let's see. So what we need to do here is we need to actually take this stringified list and we need to compile our well, actually what we could just do is we could just set those into list.labels. Yeah, list.labels equals, well, list is just an array, isn't it? Well, yeah, so list.labels, no, we can't do that. We'll need to compile an object. Let data, we'll just do data equals list no, list labels. And then we'll pass this back. Just like that. Oh, wait. This needs to be outside of that. Yeah, like that. Because if we run it inside each time for each list item, that's not good. Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see what is passed back. And we're going to have some errors, I can already tell you. Because our view template doesn't accept that kind of object again anymore. So this is fine. We're not getting anything there, which is good. But if we look over here and we refresh this already should give us an error. Actually, let's take a look at it once we move over here. Message server. That's should have been passing back to the middleware. Actually, no, let's see. We did open a WebSocket, so WebSocket keys, this, plugins, and in the plugins, we're doing this, parsing that. We are setting the list, which we actually need to do. This is not objectives anymore. Let's just call it data. Data. Message from the server. And what I don't understand is this should have been not. You know what? You know what? What's happening here is that it is passing back what we told it to. We just need to actually tell it to pass back that. And that. Okay. Let's go ahead and restart this. And while that's running, let's come back over here to plugins. So this is the message that from the server that we're getting back. That's fantastic. So we want to set the list to be data.list. And we want to set the labels because we do want to set up labels in store. That, and again, we're going to throw some errors there because we need to go over and fix objectives in the store and add labels, basically the exact same thing, and a set labels, and we can just call this labels. Okay, that should do that. Should do it there. So then if we come over here, we refresh, what we should be getting back is a list and labels. Yep. And there we go. So there's an array of 3 there. And there's only 1 label. Beautiful. All right, guys, it's working very beautifully. Very, 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 very beautifully. Okay. All right, then. The next thing that we got to do, now that we have those pulling in, we'll take a look over here. And then if we take this over here, and if we remove this, remove git repo, perfect. Good. Finger looking good. Okay. And then if we go back over to the template file, we should be able to do labels, return this $store state objectives labels. Get rid of that. Let's come up here and div. Let's set a div, but let's also set this as the h2. Just because. Let's set this div and let's call it class equals label. And we want to say if vif li, let's see, li. Let's go ahead and output the entire list because I don't remember what this looks like yet. Okay, come back over here. Looking good. Okay, so let's see, labels. One of these should have labels ID. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do all of that work for nothing? Oh my goodness, guys. Well, we learned stuff, right? We learned stuff on the way. If li.labels.length. And then what we can do is we can set the color. How do we set a class binding? I think it's colon class actually. View class binding. Check it out. that is not what we want. Go here, back to Vue.js. So vbind, so clone class, and then we've got to set the class name that we want based on the property or the variable. So let's do this, and let's set maybe we don't do class. Maybe we actually bind directly to the style. Don't really want to set up a whole bunch of this. So let's just actually bind directly to the style. I don't know if this is necessarily a great idea. Can you style bind? I don't know if you actually can do this. Binding inline styles. Pretty straightforward. It's almost like this object. Okay, so let's do that. Like there. Let's set background to li. Oh wait, guys, we can't do this. Actually, let's copy this out. Labels. Man, I really got to fix that issue. Let's do a div dot label, and let's actually paste this in here, copy this class out, it's already there. Let's also do a v4 equals li.labels. Oh my goodness, I really need to turn that off. It's really bugging me. Label in labels, bind it with a key, equals label.id. I think that's what we can do. Label.id, yep. Okay. Label dot color. I think. Is that gonna work? We shall see. Oh yeah, actually it might have worked. We don't know yet. Let's see, labels, label, and it did not. So let's go back here and take a look at style again, because I think I messed something up in here. Okay, we want to bind that to label.color. Let's just go ahead and output here to label.color, and let's go check it out. That should have been sky color. Let's try background. And let's actually set objective label. Let's set that to there. Let's come down here and let's set objective labels to height of 10 pixels, width of 30 pixels maybe. Front end page should have a label. Okay. See where that's showing up at. Okay, let's do a width of 60. We want to double that. 60. Let's also put a border radius of 5 pixels. Okay. So guys, something's not working right here in the style. And we do have label color. The label color is outputting a sky. the actual style equals, and maybe let's just double check v dash bind, v dash bind. Maybe the shorthand's not working for some reason. Okay, don't think it's still working. Let's see. Style, principal style, auto prefixing. Let's do font size. Bet it's font size. Let's actually do padding. That should. Let's rebind. So invalid expression or token. And let's set padding down here. I'm just trying to see if style bindings actually work because they're not. Refresh this. Refresh this. Okay. Padding. Something's off. Let's see what it is. Padding. Oh. Okay, so that's working, but can we not? Maybe we need to do background color. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, let's refresh this. Maybe you can't find background color. View. Let me look it up. Let's look it up. View, inline style binding background color. View color. Style background dash color. Maybe instead of background. Okay, so inline styles are working. The inline style will give us a red square. Of course, that is not useful at all. Color. What if we do? Okay, because it's. I don't know if that's gonna. What if we do this? I'm wondering what. Man, why is it not working? What am I missing? What am I missing? Something. Okay, initial. Color. Label.color. Label. we not put it on this maybe? I'm wondering if that's the case. Div class, div, and then maybe the style there. And it doesn't really mean, yeah, we could just do that. What? So for some reason, some strange reason, that's not throwing an inline style on, and it's based off of a computed property. So styling, background styles, data, blah 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 blah. Computed, return, background color. Wait a minute. Let's see. Border radius. I don't. Yes. Computed property inline style binding view. This is very, very specific. Is sky even CSS color? Sky blue? Oh my goodness, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it won't bind something if there is no color for it. So what that means, guys, is that if we come over here and we take a look at this color here, let's take a look at these colors. Where are the labels? Get over here. Label, color, no color. So we need to color pick all of these colors. Oh my goodness. And somehow get those in there. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. That's a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. Okay. We're just gonna go in here and do let's see. Sky. We'll just make the values here. Background. Hashtag this. Okay, here we go, guys. We're just gonna do the ones that we're using so far, I think. Labels. This one. This color. Need to change. Oh, come on. Don't give me that. No. That's dirty. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Labels. I don't know what these actual colors are. But let's just start with the feature. Let's start with the initial. What we're going to do is we're just going to grab all of these colors right here. We're going to come down here, and you guys can't see this, so I apologize. We're going to go ahead and open up those images. Okay. Once those are open, we're going to color pick those. Color pick that one. Because that one, actually, oh, whoops. Color pick this one, and it's actually going to change this color here to that. So we need to have it set class. Let's actually get rid of this entire thing here, because what we'll do is we will set a class equals Um, guy. Let's see. I want to set the actual label color. How do you do that? View class binding value. See. Active. No. Oh. Active. Object. I want to actually literally bind. What if we just do this and this? Can we do that? Let's go see. Guys, it worked. Wowzers. That was a long process, but we got there. Okay, so now we can just kind of fix that a little bit. Make it look not so weird. So let's set it to 7 pixels in height. That sounds good. Let's do a margin top margin top of 0.25 rem. Maybe 0.5 rem. Okay. Now that I think about it, we probably actually need to put the word in there, but that's fine. So let's do, what's the next color? Bugs. Add this to this. That should be, let's see what color it is. Let's see what color that is. Labels, red. So adult red equals background. And then let's go color pick this color. All right, guys. So there's that. And let's actually just, let's leave it there at that. And then let's do the final color that we have that we're using. We'll need to end up getting all of these colors, but which is dark blue. And let's go see what that color name is. Is that at the top? The bottom. So it's the very last one. Check it out. It's blue. Literally, it's blue. Let's just copy that. Okay. Change this to blue. Change this and go color pick that color. Right here. Okay. So if we come back over here, we should see that, yeah, these are looking pretty good. So let's take a look at what that looks like on our channel here. Looking pretty good. I like that. It looks fresh, I would say. Yeah. What do you guys think? What we will need to do is, instead of just having it, so let's see. What happens if we go over here, Trello, and we click on that? They're all against white and they're bold. So I think what we're gonna need to do, guys, you know what? I kind of wonder if that sends And the way we can check that is we can go to the store, and over here on labels, we can actually, yeah, let's console.log changed. We'll just check that just that way. Come back here, refresh the page. Okay, so that was changed. Let's come back over here, and I'm wondering if we click on this, that changes it. It does not. It does not change if it's showing or not. So that might be a different API that we could hit. But for now, guys, we're just going to undo all of that. We're going to go back over to this and keep styling it. And what we're going to do here is, instead of doing a set height and all that, we're going to set a padding of 0.25 rem, a font weight of bold, and let's go ahead and just make sure this is all properly spaced out. And then font size of 0. We'll do 9 rem starting out, and we'll see what that does. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And what we'll do is we'll come up here, and we're going to change. So let's see. The name of the label is in there. So we're going to actually just output the label.name. And the color needs to be white. Did I already set that? I did not. No. Set color white. And let's set it to display inline, I believe, is what we need. Okay, that looks good. So let's decrease the size just slightly. 0.8. Let's do 0.8. Let's see what that looks like. Give it a padding of 0.5. And maybe actually we do a 0.5 on left and right, but a 0.25 on top and bottom. Yeah, I like that. Maybe even just a 0.2. Okay. Let's give it a little bit more of a margin top. I don't want to make these cards too big, but I think that's actually working out pretty good. Let's go up here and get rid of this JSON it's outputting on the page and see what it looks like. Okay, not bad, not bad. Definitely coming along, guys. Definitely coming along. Yeah, I actually really like that. That looks pretty fresh. And then what happens if we go in here and we change one of these by removing the label? Does that refresh it? So it did not refresh. Yeah, that did not refresh. But if I move it over here and then I move it back, it's, yeah. So we're gonna have to troubleshoot that because, and then if I add it, we're gonna have to troubleshoot because we're gonna because we're gonna have to check each card. We're gonna have to basically open a WebSocket for each card. Oh man. So let's see. Let's actually add a bug for Trello Trello card labels don't update inactive lists. Yeah, let's add that card. Let's go ahead and add a bug to that because that is kind of a bug. Yeah, and you can see that I added that as a yeah. So if I pull that back in, yeah. So let's go ahead and reorder some of these. Let's see, we're doing a great job on this. We've gotten the labels. We did that. I still don't know why some of that's not working properly, but yeah. So basically, let's just go ahead and archive or move that card to done because I feel like it. I feel like marking some stuff off. We don't want to actually make that a stream objective. In the front end page, yeah, so I think we're going to do that, and then I also need to do a VIF on this, because if we don't have any, VIF equals list.length. I don't want to show stream objectives at all if we don't have any. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that works, guys. I think we're gonna probably call it quits for the night. Let's go actually check out and see who we can raid. I know there's only one of us here, maybe two of us here or whatever. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see who all's here. Let's go check out a buddy of mine. And I did hear reports that raiding is not working currently, so let's see if this actually works. It might not. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Go ahead and raid it up.
Like you got 10 kills?
12 deaths.
It's fucking shit on this, guys.
I feel like I'll